Getting me motivated in the morning. All right, back here. Real quick, how many folks didn't get the chance to see a Marine graduate at Parris Island because of the weather, the hurricane, right? That's what I thought. I want to apologize up front for Mother Nature, folks, because that is a defining moment in our Marines' careers to start off with, no matter which boot camp you graduate from. But we just want to welcome you all here, and we'd like those folks in particular that didn't get the chance to see your Marine graduate at Parris Island, understand that what you see here is going to be a product of that. All our ceremonies, the way we handle our drill and movements are all started there. So what you see here is indicative of what your Marines were taught and instructed on at Parris Island. And it's a credit to our senior enlisted who, as you know, you were outside for a while. It's because they work with our Marines continuously to make sure that we look as good as they're going to look when they march across the stage line. It doesn't just happen, folks. So just wanted to welcome everybody and say, I'm apologize that you didn't get that opportunity, but we hope this ceremony will make up for that for you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gunner Sergeant Powell, and I'll be the narrator for today's graduation ceremony. On behalf of the commanding officer and staff of the United States Marine Corps Detachment, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, I'm pleased to welcome you to the graduation of Military Police Basic Course Class 3 TAC 19. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation by Dr. Mary and remain standing to the playing of the national anthem.
Let's pray. Almighty God.
The Executive Officer of Military Police is Captain Endicott. The Company First Sergeant is First Sergeant Smith. The Military Police Basic Course OIC is Captain Harron. And the Military Police Basic Course Chief is Master Sergeant Hatfield. The class advisors for Military Police Basic Course Class 3 TAC 19 are Staff Sergeant Rotier, Staff Sergeant Connor, Sergeant Andrews, and Sergeant Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to introduce our guest speaker for today's graduation ceremony, Gunner Sergeant Keffer. Gunner Sergeant Jared Keffer enlisted in the Marine Corps in 2004 and attended recruit training at Parris Island. Upon completion of recruit training in April 2004, Gunner Sergeant Keffer was meritoriously promoted to Private First Class and attended Marine Combat Training at Camp Geiger. Upon completion of Marine Combat Training in May of 2004, Gunner Sergeant Keffer attended Military Police School on Fort Leonard Wood. Gunner Sergeant Keffer was assigned to Provost Marshal's Office, Camp Fuji, Japan in August of 2004. While assigned to the Provost Marshal's Office, he would serve as a patrolman and watch commander. In August of 2005, Gunner Sergeant Keffer reported to 2nd Military Police Battalion, Camp Lejeune, where he served as a squad leader and platoon sergeant. Gunner Sergeant Keffer deployed to Iraq in March of 2006 and August 2007 in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. In October of 2008, Gunner Sergeant Keffer reported to the Provost Marshal's Office, Hawaii, and served as a patrol supervisor, desk sergeant, and watch commander. In October of 2010, Gunner Sergeant Keffer reported to Drill Instructor School, Parris Island. Upon completion, he reported to the 3rd Recruit Training Battalion. Gunner Sergeant Keffer served as a drill instructor, experienced drill instructor, senior drill instructor, and chief drill instructor. In March of 2014, Gunner Sergeant Keffer reported to the Provost Marshal's Office, Cherry Point, and served as a watch commander, training chief, and special reaction team commander. In July of 2016, Gunner Sergeant Keffer reported to 2nd Recruit Training Battalion, Parris Island, while serving as a senior drill instructor and chief drill instructor. In January 2017, Gunner Sergeant Keffer reported to Drill Instructor Schools, Parris Island, where he served as a squad advisor, basic warrior training instructor, and advanced curriculum instructor. In August 2018, Gunner Sergeant Keffer reported to 2nd Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Lejeune, where he currently serves as the company gunnery sergeant for Bravo Company. Gunnery Sergeant Keffer's personal awards include Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal with 1 gold star in lieu of 2nd award, Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal with 2 gold stars in lieu of 3rd award, and Good Conduct Medal with 3 bronze stars in lieu of 4th award. Ladies and gentlemen, Gunnery Sergeant Keffer.
Good morning. Good morning, Colonel Rizzo, staff of the Military Police Basic School, families, friends, and Marines of Class 3 TAC 19. It's an honor to speak here today and address these graduating Marines. I've had the pleasure of working both the field and garrison side of the military police field. When joining the Marine Corps, I never knew there was 2 sides of the field. I thought that only as law enforcement I would be doing police-style work, standing at the gate, driving a patrol car, things like that. But I was wrong, and I've got a lot of memories from both sides of the house. These Marines are about to embark on something very few have. They're going to experience things. They're going to be hated by some for the sole fact that they're military police, and they're going to be loved by others. They're going to see things that are hard to deal with. They're going to go to calls that involve domestic violence, child abuse, child neglect. And we're going to expect them to be professionals and not put their personal feelings involved in these types of calls. It's very hard, but we know they'll be professionals when handling these calls. Some of these Marines might even put their lives on the line in a combat zone for Marines to their left or right that they don't even know. But that's part of the job. It's a selfless job, but a very rewarding one. I could talk for hours about these types of things that I've personally experienced, but I'm sure some of you don't want to sit there and listen to my stories and are probably already thinking, I hope this guy doesn't talk forever. So I'll make it short. Last week, I attended the retirement of a Mass Sergeant that spent 24 years as a military police officer. He too talked about the things he experienced, the friends he's made along the ways, and the different things that he encountered. There was a few things that stood out to me that I want to address to your Marines today. First thing I want to relay to you Marines is make things happen. Don't wait for them to happen. No one's going to hand you anything in the Marine Corps. You're going to have to earn every bit of it. And you're going to have to go out there and do it by making things happen. Now you might think that's a little backwards as an MP, which it kind of is, because typically MPs are reactionary by nature. But I'm talking about as a Marine. You're going to have to go out there and prove yourself day in and day out and show that you're the best of the best. If you want to be on the SRT, spend your time training with the team. If you want to be a canine handler, spend your off time at the kennels. Let them know that's what you want to do. Show that's what you want to do. No one, like I said, no one's going to hand those opportunities to you. You're going to have to earn them, and there's many of them out there. Look for more responsibility. Don't just come to work every day, do your job, and go home. Try to take on more responsibility. Be that go-to Marine that everybody wants to have in their section. You've already proven yourself once you wear that rank that you have on your shoulders right now. Whether you're a Lance Corporal or a PFC, or you're further down the road promoted, the Marine Corps is determined that, hey, you've already earned that right to be that rank. At that point, you should be training and for the job that you want. You should be training for that next rank. Your goal should be to take that Marine, that next Marine in your chain of command's job. And this leads me to my next point. Be the best at whatever it is you're doing. Whether you're standing a gate, whether you're driving a patrol car, or whether you're taking the trash out. Be the best at taking the trash out. Be the quickest at it. Whatever it is that you do, be the best. I talked about the opportunities that are out there. No one's going to allow you to explore those opportunities if you're a mediocre Marine or bottom 10%. For the families that don't know what I'm talking about when I say the bottom 10%, I'll explain who those Marines are. Everywhere you go, there's a bottom 10% of Marines. These are Marines that typically hate the Marine Corps. They think the Marine Corps screwed them over some way, somehow, and all they do is talk negatively about the Marine Corps. These Marines hate to be alone, and they're going to bring other Marines down with them. Don't let that be you. In my experience, 9 times out of 10, those Marines did it to themselves. They made poor choices, and the Marine Corps held them accountable for their actions, and they blamed the Marine Corps for holding them accountable. That's their fault, so don't let them bring you down also. When they're being negative, be positive. When they talk about how bad something is, talk about how great it is, or how great you can make it. Be the difference. You're going to make mistakes along the way. As long as you learn from those mistakes and keep pushing forward, that positive mental attitude will take you far. The last point I want to bring up is to have a plan. If you're worried about what's going on right now, you're wrong. The Marine Corps, just like life, is a game of chess. You should be thinking 3 or 4 moves ahead. You should know where you want your career to take you, and you should find out what you need to do to get there and start implementing those actions. If you only plan on doing 4 years, that's fine. Take advantage of those 4 years, take advantage of the opportunities the Marine Corps has to offer you. Return back to the civilian world a better citizen. For everyone, go to school. The Marine Corps offers to pay for your school. Nowhere else will you find that. Go to school, get that degree free of charge. It's a great opportunity, don't pass it up. Whether you're doing 4 years or 24 years, the Marine Corps is going to ask a lot of you, starting from this point forward. So make sure you take advantage of those opportunities that I spoke about. I'll close with this. As an MP, you're already held to a higher standard. As a Marine, we protect America. As an MP, we protect those that protect America. You'll be the first line of defense for every Marine Corps installation worldwide. Don't take it lightly. The responsibility you're about to have is vast, and nowhere else will you have such a large amount of responsibility at such a young age. So make it count. Remember, continue to be positive, be the best at everything you can do, and you'll go far. Semper Fidelis, Marines.
Sure.
At this time, the class would like to present their individual abilities in various high-stress scenarios, such as fighting through the effects of OC spray. These Marines have now earned the right to wear a badge indicative of our commitment to serve and protect our fellow Marines and their families. At this time, the executive officer will present the honor graduates with their awards. The Distinguished Honor Graduate and the Honor Graduate Awards are presented to the top Marines in each class who set themselves apart from their peers by earning the highest academic averages in the class. Additionally, these Marines receive no unsatisfactory evaluations on any performance objectives and are recommended by their class advisors. The Distinguished Honor Graduate Award for Military Police, Class 2019, is presented to Lance Corporal Shay Cook, who achieved a 98.5 grade point average during the course curriculum and also the class high shooter. Lance Corporal Cook will be awarded the Certificate of Commendation, the Certificate of Achievement from the Marine Corps Association, and a copy of Writing Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, the Distinguished Honor Graduate for Military Police, Basic Course, Class 3, TAC 19. The Honor Graduate for Military Police, Basic Course, Class 3, TAC 19 is Lance Corporal Stephen Brooks, who achieved a 96.88 grade point average during the course curriculum. Lance Corporal Brooks will be awarded a Meritorious Mass and a Certificate of Achievement from the Marine Corps Association. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honor Graduate for Military Police, Basic Course, Class 3, TAC 19. Throughout these last 14 weeks of training, the class has had numerous instructors that have played an important role in shaping our future military police. The class voted on which instructor made the biggest impact on them while conducting their MOS training, and we'd like to recognize that instructor now. The recipient of the Instructor of the Cycle Award for Military Police, Basic Course, Class 3, TAC 19 is Sergeant Stephen Andrews. Sergeant Andrews will be recognized by a Meritorious Mass from the Executive Officer. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Instructor of the Cycle Award for Military Police, Basic Course, Class 3, TAC 19. The term gung-ho is a Chinese term that translates into working together. Colonel Evan C. Carlson introduced the term of philosophy to the Marine Corps while commanding the 2nd Raider Battalion. The 2nd Raider Battalion internationalized this philosophy and went on to distinguish itself in countless combat operations during the War in the Pacific. The 2nd Raider Battalion was the model for many of the special operation units we have today. In honor of Carlson's Raiders, formal schools throughout the Marine Corps have long recognized Marine students who most exemplify the qualities and leadership that embodies the philosophy of being gung-ho. Corporal Matthew B. Dillon was a perfect example of the spirit of being gung-ho and was recognized by his peers as the Gung-Ho Award recipient during his training with Military Police Class 17 TAC 05. True to the term gung-ho, Corporal Dillon continued to motivate and lead his Marines in the Fleet Marine Forces. On the evening of December 11, 2006, Corporal Dillon and his Marines were conducting weapon cache disposal missions when a security team came under small arms fire. While returning fire, Corporal Dillon's vehicle was struck by an IED, fatally wounding him and the 2 other Marine military policemen. In tribute to Corporal Dillon, the term Gung Ho Award is now renamed the Dillon Leadership Award. Today, we recognize a Marine by presenting them with the Dillon Leadership Award. This award is voted on by the Marines of the class and up until this time has been unannounced. It is presented to the Marine who, in the eyes of the class, emphasizes the term and philosophy of Gung Ho, and who displayed superior motivation and leadership within the class. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Corporal Matthew B. Dillon Leadership Award for Military Police Basic Course Class 3 TAC 19 is Private First Class Conklin. Sergeant Andrews will present Private First Class Conklin with a guide on behalf of Military Police Basic Course Class 3 TAC 19 and a plaque from the Marine Corps Association. The guidon has been carried throughout the training cycle to represent the class. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Dillon Leadership Award for Military Police Basic Course Class 3 TAC 19. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Endicott will now present the Marines with their badges and graduation certificates. Will the graduating students please come forward? I will now make the last official roll call of Military Police Basic Course Class 3 TAC 19. Please feel free to take photographs. Be mindful that the view is all around you. Please hold your applause until all graduating students have been announced. The graduates are Lance Corporal Ryan B. Ackerley, HMX 1, Quantico. Lance Corporal Sebastian J. Alvarez, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa. Lance Corporal Mickey A. Andrews Hazlett, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Dayton, Ohio. Private First Class Christopher L. Bozer, HMX 1, Quantico. Lance Corporal Stephen M. Brooks, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa. Lance Corporal Leo B. Bitton, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, St. Paul, Minnesota. Private First Class Charles W. Pritchard, 2nd Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Lejeune. Lance Corporal Darian A. Chan, Marine Corps Air Station, Iwakuni. Private First Class Adams H. Conklin, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa. Lance Corporal Shea M. Cook, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, St. Paul, Minnesota. Private First Class Brendan G. Cox, Marine Corps Air Station, Beaufort. Lance Corporal Dylan P. Cross, HMX 1, Quantico. Lance Corporal Samantha R. Colbert, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa. Lance Corporal Benjamin B. Dawson, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Lexington, Kentucky. Private First Class Randolph W. Deloach, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton. Lance Corporal Faith L. DeMars, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa. Private First Class Jack S. Dockery, 2nd Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Lejeune. Private First Class Chance A. Donaldson, Marine Corps Base, Hawaii.
Well done, Marine.
Private First Class Andrew M. Drabeck, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Dayton, Ohio. Private First Class Denton A. Forte, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Lexington, Kentucky.
Well done, Marine.
Lance Corporal Lydia M. DeVoe, Marine Corps Air Station,
Well
Iwakuni.
done, Warren.
Lance Corporal Joshua J. Farmer, Marine Corps Base, Quantico. Lance Corporal Mark P. Fisher, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Well done, Warren.
Lance Corporal Cooper R. Fuller, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Well done, Marine.
Lance Corporal Connor B. Gottlieb, Marine Corps Air Station, Yuma. Private First Class Thomas A. Guesswan, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Dayton,
Well done,
Ohio.
Warren.
Lance Corporal Tyler J. Hardy, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Dayton, Ohio.
Well done, Marine.
Private First Class Joseph N. Hilton, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton. Private First Class Jacob J. Holtze, Marine Corps Base, Quantico.
Well done, Marine.
Private First Class Richard A. Collins III, Marine Corps Air Station, Yuma.
Well done, Marine.
Private First Class Chandler B. Howe, Marine Corps Base, Hawaii.
Well done, Marine.
Private First Class Sophia M. James, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton.
Well done, Marine.
Private First Class Brian J. Jobin, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton.
Well done, Warren.
Private First Class Joseph G. Johnson, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion,
Well done.
Okinawa. Lance Corporal Bradley A. Jones, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton. Lance Corporal Dylan B. Kaminskis, Marine Corps Base, Hawaii.
Well done, Marine.
Lance Corporal John C. Kelly, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Dayton, Ohio.
Well done, Marine. Well done.
Lance Corporal Noah E. Kemper, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton.
Well done. Well done.
Lance Corporal Matt R. King, Marine Corps Base, Hawaii.
Well done, Warren.
Private First Class Timothy R. Knight, Marine Corps Base, Hawaii.
Well done, Marine.
Lance Corporal Ryan T. Long, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Well done, Marine.
Lance Corporal Joshua M. Lopez, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Billings, Montana.
Well done, Warren.
Lance Corporal Antonio Lozano, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton.
Well done, Marine.
Private First Class Carson W. Martin, 2nd Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Lejeune. Private First Class Dean M. Buffalo, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa. Private First Class Austin H. McVeigh, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Lexington, Kentucky.
Well done, Marine.
Private First Class Christian J. Brito Cabrera, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton. Private First Class Dylan T. Messman, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa.
Well done, Warren.
Lance Corporal Ronaldo A. Meza, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa.
Well done, Rick.
Lance Corporal M.T. Yaz F. Mohammed, 2nd Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Lejeune.
Well done,
Lance
Laurie.
Corporal Paul S. Moore, Marine Corps Air Station, Iwakuni. Private First Class Jonathan R. Morrell, HMX 1,
Well
Quantico.
done, Rick.
Private First Class Mike A. Narita, 2nd Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Lejeune. Lance Corporal Ishmael Navarro, HMX 1,
Well done, Rick.
Quantico.
Well done. Well done, Rick.
Lance Corporal Lydia R. Nicholson, HMX 1, Quantico. Private First Class Christopher D. O'Neill, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa.
Well done.
Private First Class Jared D. Osborne, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton.
Well done, Rick. Well done.
Lance Corporal Benjamin C. Padgett, HMX 1, Quantico. Lance Corporal Nathaniel G. Petrie, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Lexington, Kentucky. Private First Class Carter A. Petrie, HMX 1, Quantico.
Well done, Rick.
Private First Class Justin L. Ramel, HMX 1, Quantico. Private First Class Oscar Ramirez, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa.
Well done, Rick.
Private First Class Katie M. Ritchie, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa. Private First Class Dakota S. Roberts, Marine Corps Air Station, Iwakuni.
Well done, Rick.
Lance Corporal Manuel A. Romero, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp
Well
Pendleton.
done, Rick.
Lance Corporal Michael J. Rose, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton.
Well done, Rick. Well done.
Lance Corporal Jaden K. Scaola, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, Okinawa.
Well done. Well done.
Lance Corporal Braden S. Scott, HMX 1, Quantico.
Well done, Laurie. Well done.
Lance Corporal T. W. Shee, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Well done, Rick. Well done.
Private First Class Michael F. Stain, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Well done, Laurie.
Private First Class David S. Stoltz, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Dayton, Ohio. Lance Corporal Joshua A. Venado, Marine Corps Air Station, Iwakuni. Private First Class Cordell I. Bassey, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Lexington, Kentucky.
Well done, Laurie.
Private First Class William J. Walker, Camp Fuji.
Well done, Rick.
Private First Class Isaiah T. Weghorst, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Lexington, Kentucky. Private First Class Sean M. Hood, Marine Corps Base, Quantico. Private First Class Evan J. Wynn, 4th Law Enforcement Battalion, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Lance Corporal Dylan G. Zimmerman, 1st Law Enforcement Battalion, Camp Pendleton. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of Military Police Basic Course, Class 3, Tag 19. Traditionally, an oath is a statement of fact or a promise relating to something the oath taker considers sacred. Those who hear the oath become guarantors of the oath taker's own honesty and integrity in the matter under question. Therefore, it implies greater care than usual in the act of the performance of one's duties. Captain Endicott will now administer the military police oath to the graduating class.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby swear
Do hereby swear
that I shall support and uphold the Constitution
that I shall support and uphold the Constitution
and the laws of the United States,
and the laws of the United States,
that I shall endeavor to discharge my responsibility
that I shall endeavor to discharge my responsibilities
as a United States Marine Corps military police officer
as a United States Marine Corps military police officer,
in accordance therewith,
in accordance therewith,
that I shall at all times
that I shall at all times
seek diligently to discover the truth,
seek diligently to discover the truth,
deterred neither by fear nor prejudice,
deterred neither by fear nor prejudice,
and that I shall strive to be worthy
and that I shall strive to be worthy
of the special trust reposed in me
of the special trust reposed in me
by my country and the United States Marine Corps.
by my country, the United States Marine Corps.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the plan of anchoring the way?
To the shores of Tripoli, we can fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First we fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. Our flags unfurled to every breeze, from dawn to setting sun. We have fought in every climate place where we could take a gun. In the snow of far-off northern nights and in sunny tropic scenes, you will find us always on the job, the United States Marines. Here's health to you and to our corps, which we are proud to serve. In many a strife we fought for life and never lost our nerve. If the Army and the Navy ever look on heaven's scenes, they will find the streets are guarded by United States Marines.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending. This concludes our graduation ceremony. Please stand by as the graduates receive their final dismissal. Semper Fidelis.
Sergeant, dismiss the class.
Aye, sir. Military Police Basic Course 03, TAC 19. Dismiss!